Yo, what's good, y'all? It's your boy Osuke, and it is time for a weekly review of the week number. Let me check what week number it is. 23. Let's get straight into business. So, this was NFP week. So, what does that mean? Usually, pre NFP, the market will drive participants into one direction to then wreck them with NFP. So, you want to do your trading early and then just dip. Because before NFP, if the market already has done its move, it's just going to be a blood bath, bloodbath, whatever it's called. As you guys can see, it was just in this range the whole time. They want to be done after the move has happened, which happened on Monday, and then you should have been dipping because everyone is going to chase this move, get wrecked, get wrecked, get wrecked, get wrecked, get wrecked, get wrecked, and then the real move happens. Quite insane, right? And it happens month in, month out. My cat is tweaking out. He just came in my room. So Monday we have news on New York session. That means we are interested in New York session. Tuesday we have news on New York session as well. And as you guys can see, news did not push the move up. So that means the rest of the... Oh my god, this cat's walking in front of me. The rest of the session was lower probability because if this was literally truly the manipulation, then news should have pushed it up. That's just my 2 cents. So after we get the unicorn during news, like you either, if you have a good bias, you want to be in before the news goes. Because if news does this, that is indicating to you that there's something going on. Like this shouldn't happen if price has intent to move, in my opinion. And Wednesday, we had double news. You guys know what happens with double news, in my opinion. But it did not happen this time, I guess. Let me check. Did it? It did. That's crazy. So when there's two news, what I always say is one of them will be manipulation and the other one not manipulation. One will go one way and the other will go the other way. What happened at 8:15? It pushed price up. At 10 a.m. it pushed price down. Make it make sense. Like it's always the same stuff. And then I don't even want to look at Thursday and Friday. And let me open up my journal. So the trades this week. Monday. Let me remove this. On Monday, as you guys can see, this is discount and above it is premium based on this H1 range. So if we want to be longing, we want to be longing from here, obviously. You guys already know that. But what's the issue right here? If price expands, it's not just going to expand, retrace, expand, retrace, expand, retrace, expand, retrace. It doesn't make sense. So after it expanded, there's no one right here. There's no early market participants to take out during a key time because we already took out the people longing from London, New York right here. So before I enter a trade, I usually want to see some counterparty liquidity wrecked. And then I want to see price go up. So right here, we mitigate discount during the previous day, previous week. So then we get Monday. And when we zoom into Monday, we can see that we sweep Asia session liquidity. And we have a beautiful unicorn to the upside. But we are smarter than that because we realize that this is not a true unicorn. Because if we were to go up, why on earth would it be that easy? Does it make sense to leave all of this? And beside that, we add a H4 fair value gap, just under it. Well, we know that the higher time frame holds more weight than the lower time frame, so that is the fair value gap you want to be longing instead of this fair value gap with an Asian session sweep. This one. Hope that makes sense because I saw, like when I posted this on Twitter, people were like, I took this trade. And that's the mistake because let me read my notes. There's a H4 fair value gap just below it. There's no news and there's a big range in the previous day. So what does price do? Price expands retraces, consolidates, or reverse. Price does not expand, retrace, expand, retrace. It doesn't make sense. So we consolidated right here, tricked people into the market, made the real move when news embargo happened. And I'll mark out that for you as well. This was an interesting trade. I wanted to see one more purge personally, but hey, I cannot demand perfection from the market. So what I wanted to see was this. But if we already have the manipulation right here, fair value gap, and then when we're in the session, another fair value gap with a propulsion block, that's telling me, hey, we are not coming back. So you better just take your bet. I personally just market executed, stops under the breaker. Let me see. So my stops right here. And then I just targeted the external range liquidity and the previous month's high, which I have marked right here, or previous week. Let me think. Okay, it was the previous month's high. That was a beautiful trade. Let me remove this. So on Monday, there was only 2 trades, and one of them was not even good. And then we have a new range from this low to this high. So where do we want to long from? From discount. But what is the issue right here? We just took a key liquidity point. What happens after we take key liquidity points? We can expect price to chill. So what did it do? It retraced, and then everyone right here, they thought, okay, expansion, retracement, expansion, retracement, expansion, retracement. Nah, G, liquidity generation, sweep, and then we make the move. And if NFP tricks so many buyers into the market right here, and everyone wants to chase the trend, don't you expect price to like just bait to wreck early buyers? And I want to give y'all a cheat code. So with intermarket core confirmation right here, this will be the range on DXY. And as you guys can see, we tap discount here, but not on DXY. So that already tipped its hand to you. We possibly have another manipulation, or the real manipulation going to happen right here. Now, this was a very iffy day. First, so I understand if you long this, by the way, but if you wanted to have a better setup, you want to see early shorters, early buyers, get taken out. There were no early buyers taken out. The unicorn does not show any intention. Let me go back right here. When you see a unicorn like this, okay, we have a fair value gap right here. We have inversed this fair value gap. I would give you the benefit of the doubt if you long this. But still, it's not A++, so I don't blame you if you long this. Like, it looks nice, it looks clean. This one, I really like this trade right here. Why? Because we have consolidation right here. This is the manipulation. We have a strong unicorn. Unfortunately, it never came back to fill us. So this will be the trade. And it reached 2 standard deviations. Now, this right here would be the perfect place to cut some off. Why? Because we have a H4 fair value gap right here. And likewise, we have a H4 fair value gap right here. So just like how we are using this weak high, weak low as liquidity, there might be a chance we use this one, weak high, as liquidity as well. And then either continue consolidating or reversing altogether. And what happened? We just continued to seek and destroy conditions. Excuse me if I sound tired because it's been a long weekend. So this was a good trade in my opinion because we had SMT with DXY. We have a sweep at key time. Beautiful unicorn. Like, this is intention. So if you market executed this would be the breaker in my opinion. Yeah, if you market executed this, right as this candle closed, or right as this one closed like this, I would say good job. That was a nice trade. But as you guys know, I don't have a trade copier. I do need to log in all my accounts manually, like on MetaTrader, just double click on them, log in, set the limit, go to the other account, set the limit, go to the other account, set the limit. So I cannot market execute, so I need a trade copier for that or something along those lines. Now this trade right here, it was outside of the kill zones, but you can tell these are seek and destroy conditions. Why? Because if this was not a seek and destroy condition, after we leave this range, we have a sweep, we leave the range, we should go back, continue. But what happened? We finished the market maker model, came back, have another smart money reversal, so then you can expect price to go here because it's a seek and destroy condition. Now, I'm not telling you go learn seek and destroy conditions, but I just want to put it in here for study purposes. And you had a beautiful unicorn, an SMT with GU, and we swept previous day's low. So you could be like, okay, this was a fake out. Now we actually swept previous day's low. Now I can target the high, expecting a seek and destroy profile. I'm not saying go and do that, but if you want to become an advanced trader, you can go for it. And at the end of the day, this nearly hit 2 standard deviations. So if you just take profits at 2RR, I'm pretty sure it hit. And you put your stop on the candle body. There's a free 2RR. Not free. You will be mauling because you will be in this position for 17 hours. So these are the only trades I journaled. No voice crack. Because I did not see any other unicorn happening at a key time in continuation of the order flow. So I did not journal any other trades. Like you guys know, I just follow the trend until it wrecks me. And it seems like the market may make its mind up. But that's what I thought right here too. So I'm gonna leave that for the market outlook though. So this week, what did we have? Monday we had, if you just stick to the model, a win. Tuesday, you would have gotten a partial win if you just exited before the day ended. Otherwise, probably a break even. Wednesday, you would have got a no fill, and then if you entered this one anticipating seek and destroy profile, you could have potentially got a nice trade going. I'm actually curious right now, right? Want to see something? So high, low. This is the high. This we break this right here. This is the high, low. So we break this right here, high, low. So this will be the M1 unicorn. If you were anticipating seek and destroy profile, the stop loss is also quite nice. Let me see how it looks on the 5-minute. It would have been a scary trade. But we inversed every fair value gap. We had disrespected the breaker a bit. And on the M1, we had confirmation. So this right here, like this. I'm just throwing it out there. I'm not saying go and enter stuff like this. Because imagine spreads would have took you out right here. I would go malt. This one looks mad clean though. Hi boys, that was it. So this was just a test. This was a nice trade. The one on Monday was a nice trade. And then you should have been out of the market because there's nothing else to do unless you are a goat and you could have anticipated this seek and destroy profile. Makes you curious if GU played out as well right here. I would not consider this tiny SMT on the 1 minute. Well, it is SMT on the 1 minute, but I would not pay too much attention to it. GU played out as well. That was nice. Unfortunately, I did not participate in this one. That's it, boys. Hope this video was insightful. Peace.